Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we have one thing here that's gonna really make you guys all angry. Unless you are one of those people that like these type of bills, and please jump into a burning dumpster fire and let me not catch you. Because if I do, you're probably going to get obliterated in every sense of the way. But this will be a short video because there's not much to say, but besides read this. And what we have here and what I am talking about is this great and luxurious bill over here. We have, from Descendant Soaps, Minnesota's House Bill HF 1655 will eliminate the exclusion of pedophiles from the protected class of sexual orientation, meaning Minnesota civil rights law will soon protect pedophiles from discrimination. Says, for this, a bill for an act relating to human rights, removing certain sections in the Human Rights Act that allow for discrimination based on sexual orientation, amending Minnesota statutes 2022, sections 36.3a, subdivision 44, by adding subdivision 36a. Subdivision 1, repealing Minnesota statutes, sections 36a subdivision. Be enacted by the legislature of the state of Minnesota. Section 1, Minnesota statutes 2022, section 36a, blah 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 blah, to read. Gender identity means a person's inherent sense of being a woman, a man, woman, both, or in neither. A person's gender identity may or may not correspond to their assigned sex at birth or to their primary or secondary sex characteristics. A person's gender identity is not necessarily visible to others. In Minnesota Statute 2022, Section 36A subdivision is amended to read, sexual orientation. Sexual orientation means having or being perceived as having an emotional, physical, or sexual attachment to another person without regard to the sex of that person, or having or being perceived as having an orientation for such attachment, or having or being perceived as having a self-image or identity or traditionally associated with one's biological maleness or femaleness. Sexual orientation does not include a physical or sexual attachment to the children by an adult. So, that's what they're going for. And the sponsor of the bill is this person. Yeah, this totally doesn't look like a pedophile or anything. He doesn't look like anybody that would want to harm children. It says that Fink is the first openly transgender person to serve in the Minnesota legislature. He lives in St. Paul, Minnesota, and has 2 children. Early life, Fink was born in Minnesota to a Jewish family. Which, I don't see how that really matters. But what we have here is that, this is the big thing here. Sexual orientation does not include a physical or sexual attachment to children by an adult. And then it goes on to say that the rental by resident or occupier of a one-family occupation of a room or rooms in the accommodation to another person or persons as the discrimination is by sex, marital status with regard to public assistance, and sexual orientation or disability, except as provided elsewhere in this chapter or other state or federal law. No person or group of persons selling, renting, or leasing property is required to modify the property in any way, or exercise a higher degree of care for a person having the disability than for a person who does not have the disability, nor shall this chapter be construed to relieve any person or persons of any obligations generally imposed on all persons regardless of any disability in a written lease, rental agreement, or contract of purchase or sale, or forbid decisions based on the inability to fulfill the terms and conditions, including financial obligations of the lease, agreement, or contract. So, that is what's going on here. This is what the bill is doing. Now we have to do the author and status, and see where this is at so far. So this is for this is what we have for all this stuff right here. So we have, it shows you the levels, so you start from here. So yeah, the entrance to the first reading is February 13th, and then added to Purcell, added to Hermansinger, company report to adopt as amended. Second reading, author added Fisher, alternate Craft, and then 420, author added Yoakum. So I'm not quite sure what it means added by, but the motion prevailed from what we're seeing here, and all this stuff. So those who voted in the negative were all these people here. So I think the bill was passed as amended, and it's titled to agree to. So entitled to agree to. So yeah, this may actually go through all the way if we think about this here. So yeah, this is the reality that we're going to be living in, where pedophilia is going to be the norm. We kind of expected this to happen, maybe, but kind of disgusting. We really, really got to fight back against this because, as I said, women, they're going to be coming for the kids, and we weren't lying about it. Alright, guys, that's the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care.